Alrighty, you know the drill. It's Friday morning, or Wednesday morning, or Monday morning, or Tuesday morning. It's morning. Oh gosh, my windows are filthy. So today's just another Friday. Gonna go to work. Gonna come home, get my father to dialysis. Go to the bank. I don't have any I have recycling drop off, but not enough to make a trip, so I'm not going today. What else? Oh, I should go to the chiropractor. So let's say dialysis, chiropractor, lottery, grocery store. Thought I might squeeze in a trip to, is that a deer? To another gym today. As a Y employee, I'm able to go to the other Y branches, and I contemplated doing that today, but I'm just not sure that I'm going to get my other stuff done in time, and I'd rather do that while Walt's at dialysis. So I want to do my legs today, so I might just squeeze that in when I get home from the grocery store if I've got time. And yeah, so what I think I'll do, and I've been thinking about this, instead of doing my 45 minutes of cardio and then doing resistance, especially if I'm going to work out twice anyway, I'll be better off doing a short cardio, like even as short as 15 or 20 minutes, and then doing my resistance training, and then later go back out for cardio. No, that's not right. I guess 30 minutes of cardio, so that at least if the heat overwhelms me while I'm doing my resistance training, I don't have to come back out later if I don't want to. I say heat overwhelms me. Sometimes it doesn't happen in the moment, but you get cooled off and relax a little bit, and then it hits you like, man, that really drained me, that heat. And it's been hotter than normal for this time of year, and I know that sounds silly, it's almost sly, but it seems like the worst of it came earlier than normal. Normally the worst of it is mid-July into August, but we've already been 97, I think 99 one day. I'm not sure about that, but I think that's what I heard him say. Anyway, enough to really zap a good workout out of you. Anyway, that's another reason I was thinking about going to an actual gym, just to be able to work out indoors. The air conditioning. My fans are very, very helpful, but man, they're not everything. A breeze doesn't get rid of 90-something degree air. But anyway, I guess that's it for today. I'm sure I'll talk to you later, but I don't anticipate today being a whole lot different than any other Friday, if I'm being honest. Mundane, monotonous, redundant, repetitive, ordinary, usual. Alrighty, Pops is at dialysis, and I'm on my way to the chiropractor. After that, I'll get my scratch-offs. After that, I'll get my groceries. My laundry's in the dryer, and that's that. So it was really good at work today, and I only say that because of the last 30 or 40 minutes. It was super, super slow and quiet and dead. So clearly people are starting the 4th of July holiday early, I'm guessing. I mean, summer's not a busy time anyway, not in the fitness center, but there has to be more to it today, because even last Friday was twice as many as we had today, and it was dead last Friday too. There were literally times today that there were 6, 8 at the most. That's just, it's a little abnormal. So, oh, hello. Thank you. They were on my side of the double yellow there for a minute. Yeah, so I say that because at roughly 10 after 8, 8:15, somewhere in there, a very long time member that has been a good close friend for a long time. I shouldn't say close friend, a good YMCA friend. Actually, I think my first, I'd have to go back to double check, but I think she was my first personal training client. Know her and her husband for a long time now, and hadn't seen her and been asking about her, and she went for a long time without coming, and I guess I just stopped asking the people who could tell me if she'd been there, because I'm sure they were getting tired of me asking. I asked 2 or 3 times at least, and she came in today. She said she'd been back a little while, but she'd been missing me. She didn't realize I was leaving at 9 on Fridays, and that I wasn't there most of the other days of the week. And got the scoop on why she wasn't there for so long. She had some crazy health things happen, like things where at this point she's glad to be alive kind of thing. Older lady, but in phenomenal shape, and they even told her if she wasn't in such great shape, she probably would be dead. So anyway, and I want to use them. That's the mobile detailing place I keep hearing about. Gonna have to try them one of these days. Anyway, so yeah, and we talked for a long time, and that was real good to catch up and talk to her. The big boss came in. He and I get along quite well. He came in and we talked for a while in that same stretch of time. So yeah, it was a nice, slow nothingness until it was catching up with a couple of folks that I enjoy talking to. So, I guess that's about all. Well, it was kind of funny. I'll use her name because you don't know her, and I'm not sure I could tell you her last name. Darlene is an older lady that comes in at the crack of dawn. Like literally, she's out there waiting before the doors are even open. And the first thing she does is get on a treadmill and walks for, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour. I'm not sure, quite a while actually. And after that, she gets on an Octane, which, if you're not familiar, is kind of like a seated elliptical, if that makes any sense. They're quite popular, especially with folks with any kind of impairment or whatever. And Darlene doesn't have an impairment. They're not just for people that have some sort of mobility issue. I've used them quite a bit when I've had foot surgeries, because you can also do it without, you can do it just with your arms. It's basically like sitting and doing a bike kind of with your arms. Anyway, so she got done on there and left and came back a little bit later asking me if anybody had turned in a phone. And I said, no, I haven't heard or seen any phones. I knew what machine she was on. She knew what machine was on. She checked the machines, didn't see them. And that was it. She went on and left, and I assumed that, well, I didn't even really think about it. I guess I just figured, well, she found it. She came back in shortly before the end of my shift and said she still hadn't found it. And I said, I haven't seen one turned in. So she said, well, if I give you my number, can you give me a couple minutes to get out to my car and call it so I can hear it ring if I've dropped it down, in between the seats or whatever? I said, it's a great idea. We'll do that. She wrote her name and number down. And before I could call it, she started walking down the hall, walked out the door and was heading down the hallway. And my coworker who was sitting there, now he sat there listening to us talking the whole time. But I turned around when I heard a phone ring, and I assumed it was his phone, and he said, oh, This phone's been sitting here that somebody found on an Octane over there. I didn't say anything, but I was kind of like, damn, bro. I mean, you just heard the conversation. You could have said it while she was standing here. And so it was ringing, and I went out and yelled for her down the hallway, and she came back, and it was still ringing. So whoever was calling her, their name was on the screen. And I just said, is this you? Yes, it is. Thank God. Anyway, that was kind of funny. All right, I'm at the chiropractor. See ya. All righty, here we go. So, got my errands done, got my groceries. Hit a scratch off for a little bit to roll over when I got to the grocery store. I've started making that a habit, I guess. Getting 2 of a specific scratch off and scratching it at my next destination. Just that one particular scratch off. And today I won 40 on it, so I took it in and cashed it in and got some more scratch offs. Got home, got my groceries put away, decided to go ahead and cut my father's fruit for the next 3 days. Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then what else I did? Started another load of laundry, put 1 load of laundry into the dryer, and got 1 in the washer and 1 in the dryer now. And got my 45 minutes of cardio. So, I feel like that was a good, efficient use of my time. I am starving, so I cannot wait to get him back home and me sit down and eat. The one thing I didn't do was change my shoes, which was a mistake. Because my work shoes are just good for work. And that sounds crazy, but once I start doing other stuff around the house or exercising in these shoes, can't do it. I don't know what it is, but I shouldn't have done it. Now my feet are killing me. And I need to get new cycling shoes. I say cycling shoes that I wear on the spin bike. I've got other shoes that I wear. Well, I wore when I would spin. I mean, actually, road bike. But I haven't done that in so long. They're dusty and probably not in good shape because that stuff will harden up and crack and be worthless if you're not careful. I think I know her. I think she's a Y member. So I need to probably look at getting new cycling shoes pretty soon. Because the ones that I wear to spin, which are my mountain bike shoes, are absolutely killing my feet. Killing my feet. And I really want to get more regular and consistent on the spin because I need it. And I hope to get back out on my actual bikes soon, and so I'm hoping that the spin will let me kind of train for that, so to speak. So anyway, I'm in line to pick up my father, and I'm gonna sit here for a second while this lady pulls off, and I'm gonna pull up, and then I'm gonna go in there and get him. I'll see you.